We are rolling officially.
Sup?
Let me sit down.
Oh, God.
Let me get comfortable.
I don't want to be.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Young and Opinionated. The podcast where we have to record 3 of these. It's Saturday. We have to make one on Sunday. Maybe we might squeeze in 2 on Sunday to make up, because we're gonna have to do 3. Yeah, we just don't care about the podcast anymore.
We care. He's
very
the middle
little
child. He is the middle child.
We care, but very little about this podcast. Hello?
No.
No? Okay. Screw you. So, Carl wants to start us off today.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, Carl, start us off with a topic to discuss on this cultural comedy podcast.
Ottawa police continue to clear streets of protesters.
Who?
Okay, so you see, what happened was there was a lot of protests, like truck drivers in Ottawa.
Who?
Canada.
Oh.
And the friendliest country of the world became not so friendly, and a lot of protesters were protesting. A lot of truckers, actually.
Mother truckers.
Because of the fact that for them to cross the border to do their truck deliveries and stuff, they had to be vaccinated.
Dang, that must suck.
So they were protesting, and this is actually, it's been a little under a month since the protests started getting bigger and bigger. So they cleared protesters out, but it's not over. It's far from over. Actually, the what does Canada have? Mayor? President?
Prime Minister, I think.
Someone from there said a shutdown because it was getting too much, and it was becoming a hazard too. They weren't friendly protests either. It was violence, man. Protests
historically have almost never gone that well. Long gone are the days of the Martin Luther King peaceful protests. Those people were literally doing nothing. They're just marching together as one, and police still for just beating them down. Me, I've always said this. I'm very vocal about this. I'm an anti-vaxxer. I don't trust the vaccine that much, but I took the vaccine twice. I took both shots because I really needed something for my vlog, and that's just an easy thing to film. I'm anti-vax, but I'm vaccinated, so it's up to you, really. If you don't vlog or anything and you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated then. But if you do want to get vaccinated, just get vaccinated. Either way, just stay safe.
Canadian police used pepper spray and stun grenades in a final push to clear the capital of trucks and demonstrators who have occupied the downtown core of Ottawa for more than 3 weeks to protest against pandemic restrictions.
These Canada protests are reminding me a lot of back in 2020 when we had the Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That was something bigger than COVID almost.
Goodness gracious. It was horrifying to see the videos of the policemen doing what were they releasing?
Police were just beating down on people, shooting them with paintball, they're shooting them with the strongest thing you could shoot someone without killing them.
Weren't they using tear spray or?
Yeah, they were using
tear gas. Sorry.
Yes, tear gas, paintballs, training bullets almost. Yeah, that was scary. They were beating people on the street, taking them out of their cars.
For a protest about police brutality, the police didn't really.
Yeah.
They kind of missed the whole objective.
There were some that were really peaceful, and then some got violent. But it's really confusing, because I like to do a lot of research, and I've seen videos of firefighters and some police officers starting the looting. So it's it's a thing from the inside. It's an inside job, pretty much.
I believe not all policemen are bad. Because of course, there will always be heroes in them, because that's what they're meant to do.
They're supposed to protect us. Why the heck they beating us?
But then there's some people, some horrid twisted, demented lunatics
Who shouldn't be able to serve.
who use that power and that authority and that like title of you're supposed to be a hero, and they just use it to whatever they want, and that's not good. Have our actions in the past not, foreseen this?
I don't know why people at police just resort to straight violence during protests. I've seen videos where even in New York, when John Lennon was like protesting with everybody, for some reason they're just marching around and police are just beating them still, pushing them away and everything. They're just walking, man.
They're just walking.
They're gathered together in unity over a big common issue. Whenever someone's protesting to fund education and do all this good stuff, and the protests get bigger and bigger, there's no police beating them down. But when people start talking about police brutality and the problems in America, that's when the police arrive and start causing violence.
Then imagine like they're trying to like protest for a better education, and the police are just like, get back,
get back, defund the schools, fund the police more. Time to switch gears, switch modes. Let's talk positive. Let's talk gaming. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been on for almost 9 years. I can't believe this game came out in 2013 when the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 were around. I can't believe that this game is still around.
Dear God.
It's outlived the past generation of consoles, and now it's going to be around for this new generation. Grand Theft Auto, one of the most famous series of video games ever. The first 4 installments came out through 2001 to 2008. 7 years. GTA 5 has been here since 2013 to 2021 present, and then 2022. I can't believe this. But
oh my God.
Rockstar has finally confirmed that GTA 6 is in development.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's really good news for the gaming world. Many people were born and have already grown up with GTA 5. I can't believe it. And other good news, depending on who you are, the Super Bowl, one of the best Super Bowl halftime shows ever. I can say that. It's really nice that hip-hop has finally been included and has had the same love as pop and rock. The Super Bowl halftime show used to be this one thing, like like a meh, like it's just another show during the Super Bowl. But then when Michael Jackson did it, he revived the Super Bowl halftime show, and just from then on, legendary performances after legendary performances. Snoop Dogg was crip walking. Man, that guy was crip walking on national TV. It was so cool. Carl suggests that Ed Sheeran should be at the Super Bowl halftime show. I like Ed Sheeran, but he can't do it by himself. And someone who hasn't been to the Super Bowl is Justin Bieber. And how iconic would it be if he performed Baby on national TV?
I don't think anybody would want that.
So the Rams won the Super Bowl. Really exciting. Sorry, Joe Burrow, but it just had to happen. The Rams, just a better overall team. But it's okay. The Bengals will be back eventually. Maybe. Speaking about music, I was just talking to Carl about this. Like, there hasn't been any like breakout stars. I haven't seen any like big new names like pop up at the very top and just stay there. Juice was the very last one to just make it to the top out of nowhere, beat out Drake in numbers, and stay at the top. Since we stay with the topic of music, if you don't know, at a concert, Billie Eilish pretty much just told everybody like, it's okay. We take care of our people here after she stopped her concert to help a fan. Kanye reacted on Instagram. Here's his exact Instagram thing. Come on, Billie, we love you. Please apologize to Trav and to the families of the people who lost their lives. No one intended this to happen. Trav didn't have any idea of what was happening when he was on stage, and he was very hurt by what happened. And yes, Trav will be with me at Coachella, but now I need Billie to apologize before I perform. You don't have to point it out and say it to the crowd. Like, it's almost like emphasizing, like, it's not a direct shot, but it's like I feel like it's a mini shot almost at Travis Scott. I don't think Billie Eilish is gonna apologize.
She already did.
No, she didn't apologize. She just said that she never said anything about Travis.
No, she then followed that statement with, "But I'm sorry anyways."
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. His Donda 2 album. Donda 2, the album, is coming out. But there's bad news for all of us.
I heard about this one.
It's coming only available on this one thing. Steam, I don't know. We have to pay $200 for it. It's crazy. It's like a speaker almost, but just to listen to his album. He says it's like taking a stand against the platforms, giving control back to the artist, because there's something about streaming numbers that artists get very little money from. This doesn't make sense, because at the end, someone's gonna buy it, and then they're just gonna send it out on the internet for everybody to listen. I want to listen to Donda 2, but I don't have $200 to listen to your album.
I don't think I'd ever pay $200.
Speaking above albums, here's some really incredible news, guys. Reported by Chart Data, XXXTentacion's Question Mark is now the #1 most streamed hip-hop album in Spotify history, surpassing Drake's Scorpion. Very nice to hear.
That's really nice.
It brings a smile to my face.
I honestly really loved X.
Drake's Scorpion album broke so many records.
Drake can go suck it.
And it's very good to see Drake get beaten. It's very nice to see that his music is still listened to, aging like fine wine. Older people, Gen X, all those people, they'll understand the voice of their generation. For the baby boomers, it was John Lennon. Probably one of the biggest voices in history. For the millennials and all those other people, it was Kurt Cobain, which is also one of the most famous, influential people in all of history. And for us, Gen Z, our voice was X. He was the voice of us. We related to him. We knew how he felt.
He was also like one of the people, at least in his time, that actually sung.
Yeah, he was really diverse.
And
not just rap, just singing and all those other.
And his singing voice was so lovely.
He had a beautiful voice, and it's almost like the voice of everybody's generation just doesn't get to live long, which is so unfair.
It's the greats don't get to live long.
The greats just don't.
I hate it.
John Lennon died at 40 years old. Lived only half of his life. Biggie only lived till 24. Kurt Cobain only made it to 27, and X only made it to 20. It's so unfortunate. I remember where I was. I was playing basketball with my friends when I heard the news, and I was like so devastated. Me and my friend, we wanted to like just cry, but we just didn't want to cry in front of each other because we're men. It was just our voice. Suddenly, we get this guy. We get Juice WRLD. He's starting to like take over. He's like becoming what X was. He's becoming the voice. He talks about topics that nobody likes to talk about. He opens up. He's like X on top of the world, man.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. I don't want to shed any tears, and I remember when Bandit came out. I was like, I love this song. I like what direction Juice is going. I hope he just keeps on going forever. I also remember that Sunday morning I woke up to some very unexpected news. Died at 21 years old. And ever since then, we just haven't had a real voice anymore. I'm just sweating and shaking of how sad this topic is.
I'm shaking because I'm hungry and tired.
Yeah, it's so sad. Unfortunately, with that sorrow now, I think we're just going to have to end the podcast here. I don't want to keep talking and cry in front of Carl. And here's the words of wisdom. Your mind is limitless. You're worth more than you could believe. And all you have to do is want to fulfill your dream and have the strength to fulfill that dream. Jose Onfroy. Thanks for listening to this episode of Young and Opinionated. Rest in peace to the greatest to ever do it. To all the legends. That's one thing he said. I'm not gone till I'm forgotten. And you'll never be forgotten. One last thing I'm going to say. The Earth is like billions of years old. Humanity has existed for tens of thousands of years. We could have been born at any moment in history. But we were blessed enough to be born to see them and witness their greatness. We saw XXX and Juice WRLD. I'm pretty sure we got the better end of the stick.
I mean, someone saw Jesus.
Okay, you might have just topped me for a bit, but somebody saw Michael Jackson.